Hey, what's up, people? It's me, Tony, and welcome back to TTBurger Game Reviews, and this is episode 107, and we're looking at some more Duke Nukem games here, and we're here on episode 107 part 3, which is the final part here of my Duke Nukem Series review, and look at some PlayStation Duke Nukem games here. Those of you who missed what happened in episode 107 part 2, I got some for you all. It's a little something called a TTBurger recap to show you all what you missed. In episode 107 part 2, I took a look at Duke Nukem Time to Kill, which is the first 3D, third-person Duke Nukem game, so that gave it an 8 out of 10, because it was basically like Duke Nukem meets Tomb Raider and stuff, where you're going around collecting items, stuff like that and such, and it's basically a much better improvement of Duke Nukem Total Meltdown and stuff, but there are some problems with the game that I had, like how aiming and strafing is very, very slow, and how like you can easily get lost because the levels are very huge and such, and just it can get a little repetitive at times with collecting stuff, but still it's a fun Duke Nukem game, much better than Duke Nukem Total Meltdown. Definitely pick it up if you can find a copy of it, because it's definitely worth it. But for the final part here, we got one more Duke Nukem game to cover here, and it was released in the year 2000 by, once again, 3D Realms and N-Space, and we got it right here, and this game is the successor to Duke Nukem Time to Kill. We call it Duke Nukem Land of the Babes on the PlayStation. So we got a lot to talk about here, so let's get started. Now, what's my thoughts on Duke Nukem Land of the Babes? Best Duke Nukem game ever made. It's definitely lead the best. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like this game for reasons X, Y, and Z, but this game is fucking awesome. It's amazing, and I loved it. I mean, it was an amazing game, definitely. Now for the story here. This time the story takes place in the future and stuff like that, and the story actually has cutscenes too and stuff like that. Not just like the opening cutscenes like that. Like, yeah, the opening cutscene is great looking stuff like that, but I can't show it because it's got a copyright song by the band Static X. They got the song "Push It" by Static X. It's how I first learned about Static X. But for the most part, it's great story and stuff like that. But let me talk about the story here. The story takes place in the future where the aliens have arrived and pretty much killed off the male population, and now they're using the female population as hostages and stuff like that to try and get rid of them too and stuff, and just take over the world and such. It's basically what the story is. It's just basically good guy must defeat the aliens and rescue the women and stuff like that, and it's basically what it is. I mean, Duke Nukem is not alone. He's joined by Jane Belmore and their leader Houston and stuff like that to try and stop the aliens and stuff like that. Unfortunately, Houston gets captured and Jane gets injured, so Duke was handling it by himself and stuff like that, while Jane talks to him through his SOS system, which is Shades of Operating System, which is basically a messenger system where they can communicate and stuff like that, like through like it's basically like a communicator mode and stuff like that, where Duke can communicate through his sunglasses. It's pretty cool, definitely, and story is basically awesome and stuff like that. It's the first Duke Nukem game with cutscenes and stuff too, 3D Duke Nukem to be exact, and it adds a lot to the story, and it works really well. I mean, like, I didn't complain about the last game I having cutscenes, but here them having cutscenes in this adds more to the story, and it works really well. And like, once again, it's basically Duke Nukem meets Tomb Raider and stuff like that too, because like the setting and stuff too, but even though it takes place in the future and stuff, but we'll get to it with that later on there. Presentation is fantastic. Duke Nukem Land of the Babes is one of the best looking PlayStation games ever made. I mean, we got huge color and colorful environments, amazing character models, and like Duke Nukem has multiple costumes to stuff like that. I mean, like almost all of them for each level stuff like that. He has a different costume stuff that, sure, like some of them may repeat themselves, but still, like, he has a lot of cool looking costumes. Like, a lot of them are like sci-fi looking and stuff and futuristic looking, but it still work really well and stuff, in my opinion. And the cutscenes look fantastic too. I mean, sure, like the characters' mouths don't move around a lot and stuff. They just like they kind of stand still a lot while the voice clip plays and stuff like that. But still, it was the PlayStation. They had hardware limitations. You can't expect them to be like moving all around like how it was nowadays and such. I mean, it's just impossible because of the PlayStation and stuff. Like, a lot of PlayStation games are like that and stuff. That's basically what it was like. Look at Silent Hill. Silent Hill had the same thing, and it worked fine. So this works fine too. I will admit the one complaint I have is that, like, while the lighting has improved a lot in most of the rooms and stuff like that, it can still be really dark in some areas, but there's not that many of them, so it's definitely not that bad, but still, the lighting could be improved, definitely, is what I'm saying. Now, for the sound Sound is fantastic. Great voice acting. John St. John once again steals the show with his one-liners like that, and actually talks more too because of the cutscene and stuff. And just I love his catchphrase like "No one messes with my babes" and lives and stuff like that. Like "Hail to the king, baby." Tired from serious R&R Duke style and stuff, and like "What a mess" and stuff, and just like that. Like just his one-line voice clips are fantastic. And they also have other voice actors too that do a great job, but there's not that many of them. I wish there was more of them, but still, they do a great job as well. The music is fantastic, different audio track for each level, and they work as well, and just like definitely an improvement there, and a lot with the sound there and stuff. Because like I mentioned in Duke Nukem Time to Kill, there were only like 5 or 6 tracks or so and stuff, and there could have been more. But here, definitely an improvement and such, definitely. Now we gotta get into the meat of the game, the gameplay. It is awesome, but there are some bads I have with it though. But it's definitely an improvement over Duke Nukem Time to Kill stuff. Definitely an improvement. Improved a lot here. The good is like once again it's Duke Nukem meets Tomb Raider and stuff like that. But in this game, it's you spend more time focusing on the gameplay and moving items and hitting switches like that. Like there's no like a lot of collecting things like that and such. I mean like which is good for me because like that got a little repetitive. But I can understand why people wouldn't like it and stuff. So that's understandable. And you spend time once again killing the pig like aliens, regular aliens later in the game and stuff too. And you have objectives to complete and of course like you gotta hit switches to get to further levels and open doors and stuff like that and climb ladders and get key cards and stuff like that to get to activate devices and machines and stuff like that and such. It's basically what it is. Like it's just you're not collecting stuff, but like you're retrieving items to activate fake machines and stuff like that, and it works really well and stuff. And you also are gonna be rescuing hostages and so do like trying to rescue as many hostages as you can. Like it won't affect the game view at all, but just say you want a higher score, definitely do that and you can go underwater, explore abandoned cities and they have a lot of swimming levels and stuff too, and of course like I already mentioned the Shades of Operating System and tons of weapons to choose from, lots and lots of weapons like I was doing Time to Kill, and just lots of weapons definitely. And they have the secret areas once again, which are easier to find and stuff, and but they can still be missable easily. I'll talk about that in the bad area. And they have this eco health system start down, which basically your eco is your health and stuff. And if you get extra eco, it can drain a little slowly, which is a little weird, but still, it just basically plays out like a normal health system for the most part. You can interact with objects and levels. It's still a lot of fun interacting with phones, talking to the hostage, to the female hostage you rescued and stuff, and I'm just interacting with doors and just hitting buttons and stuff like that, and hearing Duke say his one-liner and stuff like that and such, and do that stuff. It's just really cool. Definitely a lot of fun to hear that stuff. And the controls are very smooth. They're very smooth, and they're better than they were in the last game. And the difficulty is balanced, and still maybe a little bit cheap just here and there, but for the most part the difficulty is very balanced. But now we gotta talk about the bads, and this is what I gotta say about the bads. Duke Nukem still strafes and aims very slowly. They did not improve at all on the strafing and aim. He still moves or aims and strafes slowly, which I don't know why that is. And some of the objectives can be very hard to figure out and stuff like that. If you're new, some of the objectives can be kind of hard to figure out what to do if you're playing this for the first time. And there's still some cheap deaths in this game too, because you have to once again holster your weapon to climb up, and if you fall in poisonous water or something like that, or don't holster your weapon, you're gonna die and stuff. And just with strafing and aiming slowly, it can be kind of cheap too. So that's a problem there, but it's not as bad as it was in the other 2 games and stuff. Is what I'm saying. And their secrets can still be missed easily. I mean, I don't know why. The secrets can still be missed here. I understand there's secrets and stuff, but just that sometimes they're hidden very strongly to where you'll miss them a lot and stuff. And I already mentioned you can't holster your weapon when you climb ledges and stuff. But aside, but if you can get past those things, it's a fantastic Duke Nukem game. It's the best Duke Nukem game ever made. And I definitely recommend you all to pick it up because it's definitely a lot of fun there. And I didn't mention that in Duke Nukem Time to Kill that it had a multiplayer mode too, where you can do one-on-one deathmatch and stuff like that. And you don't need 2 PlayStations to play turns stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. And I played a little bit and really play much of the multiplayer, and it's basically the same here. You can choose whatever Duke costume you want and stuff too, and just works fantastically and stuff. But I didn't really spend much time with the multiplayer. That was just me though. But yeah, if people like the multiplayer, then definitely check it out. And once again, the save system is better because you only need 1 save slot there, not like how it was with Total Meltdown and stuff. So yeah, that works there definitely. And there's not really much else to say here. I mean, like, it's a fantastic Duke Nukem game. The best Duke Nukem game ever made. It's got its share of flaws, but still, it definitely is a fantastic game. I love it. I wish they made more Duke Nukem games like this, but sadly they did not. Because this was the last PlayStation Duke Nukem game ever made. They never made any for the PlayStation 2, while they were supposed to make Duke Nukem Forever and stuff. But that got pushed back to like the year like the year 2011, and we know how bad that turned out to be. That turned out and stuff. But if you can find this, definitely pick it up. So what's my final thoughts here? Well, if you're looking for your fix of Duke Nukem game, this is the best one to get. Sure, Duke Nukem Time to Kill is fun as well, and stuff like that too. I mean, you got, of course, stuff like Duke Nukem Total Meltdown, which was pretty bad and stuff like that, because of all the problems it had. But these two here are definitely the two must-buys for PlayStation 2 Duke games and stuff like that. I know people were a little bit turned off by it being third person like that, but I like it in third person. I like it better. And a lot of people harp on this game, but the truth is the game is not so bad. I mean, if you get past the problems, it's definitely worth it, and I had a lot of fun with it, definitely. It's definitely the best Duke Nukem game, my favorite Duke Nukem game ever made. Due to the complaints I have with it, I'll not be giving it a perfect 10, but I'll be giving it a 9 out of 10. It's definitely the best to give it a 9 out of 10, it's the best score to give it. And if you can find this game, or Duke Nukem Time to Kill, definitely pick either of these up and stuff too. Or if you're looking for your Duke Nukem 3 fix on the PlayStation, pick up Duke Nukem Total Meltdown as well. And that's pretty much it for this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews. I know these videos seem a little bit short or shorthand like that, but just basically there wasn't much to talk about here, because it's just that I didn't want to spoil too much for you guys and stuff. I mean, like, definitely if you want to pick up any of these games. I mean, I recommend Duke Nukem Time to Kill and Duke Nukem Land of the Base, but if you want a first-person shooter Duke Nukem game, definitely pick up Duke Nukem Total Meltdown. Now, you're probably all wondering, will I be looking at Duke Nukem Forever? Probably not, because that game sucks. It's a disgrace to Duke Nukem. It's just basically like Call of Duty meets Duke Nukem like that, and I don't have the game. If I ever do get the game, I'll probably review it in the future, but as of right now, I'm not reviewing it. I wanted to focus on the good era of Duke Nukem like that with the PlayStation and stuff like that. And like, yeah. I mean, you probably won't be looking at any of the PC Duke Nukem games, Duke Nukem on the 64 or so, or Duke Nukem 0 Hour stuff. I don't own them, so I can't play them stuff. I don't own it until 64 or anything like that. So if I don't own the console, I can't review them. But if I ever do someday, yeah, I probably will review them, definitely. But that's pretty much all I gotta say. Before I forget, you know what to do. Feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and join my Discord group TTBurger Games United, because we're always looking for more people to join. That's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony. Peace out, and have a great day. And see you all in the next episode. What will we talk about after this? I don't know, you'll have to find out for yourself and such. Which all I gotta say is Tony, peace out.